Intermezzo by Sally Rooney, as a 10-minute book. In the time following their father's passing, Peter and Ivan navigate a world profoundly altered by grief and simmering, unaddressed tensions. Peter, a successful barrister residing in Dublin, grapples with the intricate web of his relationships, seeking meaning amidst the professional and personal expectations that weigh heavily on him. Meanwhile, Ivan, a youthful chess prodigy, seeks refuge and understanding in the structured arena of competitive games and an unforeseen connection with an older woman, which provides him solace and perhaps a new direction in life. Peter Koubek, at 32, experiences a sense of being unmoored in the wake of his father's death. He finds himself in a relationship with Naomi, a younger woman, whose effervescent spirit and zest for life serve as a stark counterpoint to Peter's own introspective and often melancholic disposition. Adding another layer of complexity to Peter's already complicated existence is his enduring connection with Sylvia, his former girlfriend, who now works as a university lecturer. Their bond remains remarkably strong, characterized by a shared history, mutual intellectual stimulation, and a level of intimacy that transcends the boundaries of their past romantic involvement. Ivan, the younger brother of Peter, distinguishes himself as a gifted chess player. Of a more introverted and enigmatic nature than his older brother, Ivan, at the age of 22, receives an invitation to participate in a chess event held in the more rural setting of Leitrim. This invitation comes shortly after the death of their father, a period of intense emotional upheaval for both brothers. It is at this event that Ivan encounters Margaret, an older woman who is employed at a local arts center. Their connection proves to be unexpected, yet it develops into a wellspring of mutual comfort and understanding as both navigate their respective emotional landscapes. Margaret, in the process of recovering from a divorce, finds herself increasingly drawn to Ivan's quiet intensity, his inherent vulnerability, and his unique perspective on the world. Peter's world is largely defined by the dynamics of legal arguments and intellectual sparring, yet he feels a growing sense of disillusionment with his chosen profession. To cope with the mounting stress and a pervasive sense of emptiness, he turns to self-medication, seeking temporary relief but finding no lasting or meaningful solution to his internal struggles. His relationships are similarly marked by turbulence and uncertainty. Naomi's youthful energy and exuberance are both a source of comfort and a stark reminder of the growing distance between them, a generational divide that seems increasingly difficult to bridge. Sylvia, on the other hand, offers a different kind of solace, one rooted in shared experiences, intellectual compatibility, and a deep understanding of Peter's complex character. Following his father's death, Peter meets with Sylvia often. In the meantime, he's finally getting some sleep, managing to eat 3 meals a day, responding to emails, and even starting to wean himself off Xanax. Which is just as well, considering his dealer has stopped speaking to him. One evening, Peter and Ivan arrange to have dinner together in Dublin. However, the conversation between them is strained, characterized by unspoken resentments, long-held misunderstandings, and a palpable sense of emotional distance. During the course of their meal, Ivan reveals his burgeoning relationship with Margaret, a detail that Peter receives with thinly veiled disapproval and a discernible lack of understanding. The brothers' markedly differing perspectives on life, love, and relationships become starkly apparent, further emphasizing the emotional chasm that separates them. Fueled by a potent mix of anger, resentment, and defensiveness, Ivan directly confronts Peter, challenging his judgmental attitude and expressing his frustration with Peter's seeming inability to accept his choices. Peter's disapproval of Margaret stems from the fact that she is seeing Ivan despite being separated, but not divorced, from her husband. The confrontation between the brothers soon escalates, culminating in a physical altercation that leaves both men shaken, bruised, and forced to confront the depth of their animosity. This eruption of violence serves to underscore the deep-seated tensions, unresolved grief, and complex emotions that plague their relationship, highlighting the urgent need for reconciliation and healing. In the aftermath of the physical fight, Ivan is left to reflect on his own behavior and the potential pain he may have caused Margaret as a result of his actions. He comes to recognize the error in confiding in Peter, whose judgment he now recognizes as being clouded by his own personal issues and biases. Moreover, Ivan is acutely aware of the potential damage that Peter's disapproval could inflict on his relationship with Margaret, and he feels a sense of protectiveness towards her. He begins to entertain the idea of playing beautiful chess again, hoping to regain the respect and admiration of his rivals, and perhaps even finding an opportunity to call Margaret from his room that night, sharing his success and reaffirming their connection. "Hey, guess what? I just won a chess tournament." Peter, too, is left to grapple with the fallout from their violent confrontation, forced to confront the consequences of his actions and the pain he has inflicted on his younger brother. In a gesture of remorse and a desire for reconciliation, he sends Ivan a text message, attempting to apologize for his behavior and to offer some form of support. However, his efforts are rebuffed when Ivan promptly blocks his number, unwilling to engage in further communication or to subject himself to Peter's critical judgment. Peter is startled for a second, thinking Sylvia had told her about the dinner, about everything. But no, of course, she only meant about their father. It can't be easy. "Yeah, it's difficult," he said. "It's sad." Margaret emerges as a stabilizing and supportive presence in Ivan's life, offering him a sense of understanding, acceptance, and genuine connection that he has long sought. Their relationship deepens, marked by shared moments of intimacy, emotional vulnerability, and a mutual appreciation for each other's unique qualities. However, despite the strength of their bond, Margaret remains keenly aware of the age difference between them and the inherent uncertainties that such a disparity entails. She understands that, eventually, Ivan will likely move on, seeking a partner who is closer to his own age and stage in life. Nevertheless, she chooses to cherish the present moment, embracing the joy and fulfillment that their relationship brings, while remaining realistic about the potential for change and the inevitable passage of time. Meanwhile, Peter's already complex relationships with Naomi and Sylvia reach a critical juncture, teetering on the brink of collapse as he struggles to balance his affections and fulfill the expectations of both women. He increasingly recognizes the unsustainable nature of his divided loyalties and the emotional pain he is inflicting upon those he purports to care about. Naomi, growing increasingly frustrated with Peter's emotional unavailability and his seeming inability to fully commit to their relationship, confronts him, demanding greater transparency and a more genuine level of engagement. Sylvia, despite her enduring love for Peter and her deep understanding of his character, maintains a carefully measured distance, unwilling to become entangled in his emotional turmoil or to sacrifice her own well-being for the sake of a relationship that seems destined for heartbreak. Increasingly, Peter is in Sylvia's kitchen looking down at the screen of his phone. He sends a text to Naomi saying he won't be home for dinner. After many drafts and redrafts adds, "Sylvia, not feeling great, so I'm going to hang around at hers for a bit in case she needs me. Is that okay?" Naomi writes back promptly, "Oh, okay, no worries. Hope she feels better soon." As the weeks turn into months, Peter begins to actively seek reconciliation with Ivan, hoping to repair the damage that has been done to their relationship and to bridge the chasm that has formed between them. He makes the conscious decision to unblock Ivan's phone number, signaling his willingness to re-establish communication and to move forward in a more positive direction. Sylvia reveals that she's heard from Ivan in the meantime, so it becomes obvious that he's blocked Peter's number. Peter is remorseful. "Ivan is there right up until the present I'm talking about, with Dad when he was sick. You did a lot for him, for both of us, and I never said thank you. I guess because I didn't think you would care to hear it, or I didn't think it would mean anything to you, but maybe for a lot of different reasons." In a significant gesture of support and reconciliation, Peter makes the decision to attend one of Ivan's chess tournaments, demonstrating his willingness to put aside their differences and to celebrate his brother's accomplishments. It is at this event that Peter finally has the opportunity to meet Margaret, and their interaction is characterized by a sense of warmth, mutual respect, and a shared understanding of Ivan's complex nature. Through this meeting, Peter is able to witness firsthand the depth of Margaret's connection with Ivan and to appreciate the positive influence she has had on his brother's life. "You must be Ivan's brother," she says. "Yes," he says, "that's right, that's me. My name is Peter." "It's very nice to meet you," she says. Following the conclusion of the chess tournament, Peter and Ivan engage in a heartfelt and deeply meaningful conversation. During this exchange, they both express their regrets for past actions, acknowledge the pain of their shared loss, and reaffirm the unspoken love that has always existed between them. Ivan offers his sincere thanks to Peter for his unwavering support in the past, and Peter, in turn, apologizes for his recent behavior, acknowledging the hurt he has caused and expressing his desire to rebuild their relationship on a foundation of mutual respect and understanding. Watching him now almost cautiously, Ivan answers, "Yeah, I'll tell her." In the end, Peter embarks on a journey towards finding a measure of inner peace and self-acceptance, recognizing the importance of his relationships and committing himself to living a life characterized by greater authenticity, honesty, and emotional vulnerability. He resolves to be a better brother to Ivan, a more supportive friend to those in his life, and above all, a more genuine and self-aware version of himself. He recognizes the importance of making meaning of something so fleeting as life, understanding that it is here for a brief moment and then gone. He thinks of Ivan inside the closed room that night, surrounded by the sounds of cheering, people calling his name, and feet stamping in celebration. He acknowledges that this is life, encompassing both loss and pain, but also joy, triumph, and the enduring bonds of human connection. The novel draws to a close with a prevailing sense of hope, reconciliation, and the enduring power of familial love. It's like he tried to tell Margaret in the car, beauty belongs to God and ugliness to human beings, although he couldn't explain himself very well. The brothers have weathered a tumultuous storm of grief, misunderstanding, and emotional turmoil, ultimately emerging with a deeper and more profound understanding of themselves, their relationship, and the intricate complexities of the human heart. They realize that they have a lot of love to give, and they are committed to sharing that love with each other and with the world around them. Thanks for listening to this 10-minute book. If you enjoyed the story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more bite-sized books. Got a book in mind you'd love to hear in 10 minutes? Drop it in the comments below. See you in the next one.